And we're live on a Sunday, fun day, fun day. I hope it's going to be a fun day. I hope so. What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, guru, yogi, and messenger of God. On a Sunday, fun day, fun day. Do you have messages from God? Nah, he's brewing those. We'll get to his messages when it gets there. I mean, I guess ultimately, I just sit here. A lot of it is just conversations with the divine. And I don't know if you understand that, but that's what I do. I sit with the divine all day, and we watch the world turn, and we talk about what we see. You know what I mean? They try to make sense of it. They try to show me. That's all I do is just watch the world turn along with the divine, and we have these conversations about what we're seeing. You know what I mean? How does this make you feel? What do you think? They show me shit to ask me how I feel about it. You know what I mean? What do I think about it? What does it feel like in a human stance? You know what I mean? Because they have their view on everything. Their view is the highest view. They want to see how we look at it in a low vibrational way. So this morning, we were talking about TikTok. In the sense of, we weren't talking about shit. They just make me aware of some shit, and then we got to talk about it. So I don't care. I mean, I had a TikTok that I used for marketing. That's what it's for, is an expansion. It's a platform for expansion. And it's really funny is like right now, God has taken away all your celebrity status. That's what he was showing me. He's like, that's what I was asking my daughter. I was like, so anybody that made a TikTok, they can't see him anymore? Nope. You can't open your app. You can't open your app and see what you've made? Nope. It's just all gone in the internet until somebody opens that door again. Who'd close the door? You could say the government, but ultimately, it was a plan. It was a plan to cut us off from the world. One piece at a time. Let's take one thing away from them. Meaning the whole world can have access to this, but not the Americans. It was pretty sly, I think. There'll be more of those. In essence, it starts a civil war. It's like, you can't take away our rights. Everybody else has the right. Why are you taking away our rights? It's a very well manipulated scheme. Because the ad says, President Trump is hoping to do something, meaning they created a problem and gave you a savior. They created a problem and gave you a savior, meaning you can only have this through me. I'm the one that provided this for you. We're not going to give them any, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what happened to Kanye. You could still get Yeezys. They're just not coming through him anymore. And he wants to get mad because he got left out. All right, listen here, Holston. Listen here, you didn't adhere to the contract, so therefore they stole your name and image and likeness to you know what I mean, to sell it. In the essence, going back to Fortnite, you get one check, bro. We're gonna use your name, going back to Marshall. We're gonna use your name and image, and well, of course they have to have licensing to the music, so he's getting paid for the streams of the music, but you get one check. Check yourself, bro. We're gonna pay you for your name and your number. What are the numbers? Your followers? People that like you? Shit like that. That's all it was. You know what I mean? He doesn't own Fortnite. Fortnite has no, no affiliation to him other than that skin. If they take that skin away, then they take it away, which they will. That's it. It's over. So going back to you guys' TikTok, it's hilarious because people made a huge career out of this. They became famous off of this. Now they're nobody. They have to start all over again. It's a reset. You know what I mean? It's a reset. I was really thinking about this dumb bitch. The only reason she got any play on her music is because that shit was on TikTok. Nobody's gonna play that stupid ass song now. Who was playing it? A bunch of little girls on TikTok. Nah, that's it. Most of you made your whole career, your whole image off of TikTok, and now you have no image. You have to start all over. What are you gonna do? The same thing you did last time? That's what everyone's doing. They're rushing to the next app. They're going to make someone else famous. They're going to make another, you know what I mean? You're going to put all your money and income and all of this shit into that. Okay, I guess. And that's it. It's like you don't learn your lessons. You're just going to go around and do it again. It's like you can't take it. And there's a bunch of people panicking. They made that their lives. Even older people. Like, I'm not a TikTok person, but I've seen people. They just sit there and watch it. They just watch clip after clip after clip after clip after clip after clip. God said no more. You need to watch yourself. Ultimately, that's what I think. And I just think it's really funny because, they made a full career out of it and it's gone. All your hard work is gone. You must start over. He washed away your fucking foundation. It's hilarious. And it's like, what are you going to do when you can't do what you always do? How are you going to be important now? What are you going to do to make yourself, important now? How are you going to get people to like you now? How are you going to get people to know who you are? And that's what it's going to be. They're going to be later we'll hear, there was a famous TikToker. What's TikTok? You know what I mean? The next generation is all, what's TikTok? Who are you? Where did you come from? It's like people saying, they're from MTV. What's MTV? Who's Bill Bellamy? What are you talking about? That's just it. It's a time change. Out with the old, in with the new. For every ending is a beginning, meaning it's the end of TikTok. It's the beginning of some other fucking app. You know what I mean? And that's it. You're all going to have to start all over. You're all going to have to start all over. And what? In your pursuit for fame and fortune? Why else are you making TikToks? You want to go viral. You want to be famous. You want to be liked. You want people to know you and the shit you do. Do you, boo-boo? Do you? So I was just laughing about that. That was extremely funny. I went to go to bed last night and I saw LA was in a blackout and they were just passing out shit. It was all blacked out. I was like, oh wow, these are great times we're living in. These are great times. Is that Aquarius season coming around the corner? So yeah, to all of you, welcome to the awakening, where you must find a new way of living. What you did before cannot be done this way, and if you do it, you're going to end up with the same results. I mean, is it worth it to you? Are you going to start all over, you fucking TikTokers? You're going to start all over and build your platform up and build yourself up to greatness again, only for some fucking dictator to come and take it away from you? You were built on a faulty foundation. You thought you owned something. You thought you had some security. You thought, and they took it right out of you. Your thoughts and feelings and beliefs on this situation and how it worked in your life is gone. How many of you are bored not watching other people's TikToks? Interesting. How many of you are sad because all your videos are gone? Hey, I went through that. All my music is gone. I made a whole music career. And it just, poof, it's gone. Can I go and make a new one? Yeah. Will it be better than the last? Yeah, definitely. Do I want to do that all over again? Nah. If I make music, it's because I like it, because I want to do it. It's not because I want you to like it and I want you to I want it to make money and I want it to make me famous. It's because I like what I do. You know what I mean? And that's it, is like you do things with the wrong intentions and then they'll stop you from doing it. Doesn't mean you have to stop doing it. It just means you have to get your intentions right about why you're doing the shit. So that's it. I got the sun shining on my face and a heavy day upon me. But I wanted to speak on that too. God provides a way. God made everything okay for me. And last night, all you can do is do your part. That's what I did last night. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work, God. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to get out here and do what I can do. So I did what I could. I drove for 6 hours. I did 13 rides. I didn't put a dent in my balance at all, though, really. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So then this morning, all the answers come to me. All I have to do is pay off last week's $90 to continue renting and finish this week's $20. Whatever I have left over on my balance this week will roll over to next week. Because I deducted my contract and pulled it down, whatever's left over extra this week is only going to take me back to the same balance I was before I deducted some of that shit. So ultimately, everything works out just beautifully. Now, where am I going to come up with that money? Luckily, my new friends. Before I left my car, I had been real influential. I always am inspiring and influential. So my friend Ray got back to work. He's making $1,500 a fucking week, working 7 days a week. You're like, wow, really? Yeah, dude, it happened when I moved in with Chris, too. Chris wasn't working for 2 years, and then within a week or two, he got a job. That's how my ex-husband, stayed productive. That's how anybody around me is productive. It's because I inspire you. I light a fire in you, and you start burning. So anyways, he's been working really well and making all this money, and I'm like, well, hey, Ray, can you help me out pretty please? Yeah, I got you. And that's it. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, God got me, and he got me through people that he already gave to me. And that's really cool. It puts me in a jam, but at least I can wake up this morning and breathe. You know what I mean? It's like, oh. And that's like, those will be next week's problems. We'll worry about next week. Today, he has made a way for today. And so for today, I just need to go and I'm going to chisel down that bill as much as I can, finish out my rides and pay off my car. But again, I didn't have a plan, and I didn't even start working on this till yesterday at about 5 o'clock. I had no idea how this was going to work, but I had to trust him all week that he would figure this out for me, because I didn't know what was going to happen. But he did. He had a plan. All I had to do was trust his plan and work with him, instead of going crazy and working against him and thinking that he wasn't going to take care of this shit. I was stressing it out. I was stressing it real hard. I got to be honest, last night I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do if I have to turn that car in tomorrow? My other car doesn't even run. I mean, it does, but I can't run it through the streets like that. I can't. It's got a lot of, we'll say, health issues. So I was concerned about my future. But I was obedient. If they were going to take the car, then that means I was going to have to find another way. And that's it. It's like, you can't just hold on to shit. If this is going to happen, we've got to find another way. And that's it. Do I plan for another way, or do I stay still and wait to see what the plan is? That's the second download that came to me this morning. You're not going to like this. I don't care what you like. It's going to hurt your feelings. But I don't care. You know what I mean? Deal with your own feelings. So ultimately, I was in the bath this morning, and I was like, Wolfman and all that bullshit came up again. It's like, if you don't want him, then manifest another one. That's all they told me. If you don't want him, then manifest another one. If you don't want something in your life, then manifest something else into your life. Meaning, I can't get rid of him until we're done. Whatever I brought him in for, whatever the contract is going to end up to be. Meaning, but I can manifest something else in. I can bring in something else. If I brought him in, I can bring in another one. And now I can see, I can be more specific into what I want and what I don't want. You know what I mean? I was very vague in my manifestations, and that's why your prayers have to be very specific. I said shit like, I just wanted a soulmate. I said an Aries would be a good mix for me. I said shit like this, not realizing that I was making I was literally putting in a freaking menu, or putting in my order on a menu. Well, what do you want your life to look like? What do you want this and this and that? So I wasn't very clear on what I wanted, and that's why I got this very unclear situation in front of me. And I'm trying to clear it out. Meaning, no offense, bro, but I'm not doing this with you. You're a cocky motherfucker, bro, and you think it's a game, bro. It's not a game. You're living a game show type life. I'm living the real divine fucking contract here. I don't want to play games with you. I've got 12 twin flames that understand that this is real. You're over there in an unrealistic fucking lifestyle. Like, just because you read cards, bro, you don't even read them that well. You really don't. And if I gave you a deck outside of that deck, could you read them? You don't read energy. And that's okay. It was just all about that. It's like, and I told Draco, Draco, I apologize, bro. I feel like I should have gave you a chance before any of these. I apologize, Draco. I told Draco, I was like, Draco, it's a no. I don't want to raise men. I don't want to teach men. I don't want to heal you. I don't want to teach you mysticism. I don't want any of that. And then what did I get? Exactly what I didn't want. It's like, you won't do it for Draco, then do it with all these. The power of manifestation. Meaning, if you want something better in your life, then you have to put something better in your life, a new idea of how this is going to look. If I keep looking at you in this situation, it's just making it difficult. I don't see a silver lining around you, bro. I see nothing but work. You're nothing but work for me, bro. Nobody wants that in their life. Nobody wants a human that's nothing but work. Honestly, you don't contribute anything to anything. You're just work, bro. You're an absolute fucking mess. An absolute mess. You're not my mess. You're your mess. And it's like, I can come and clean you off a little bit, and that's that rough song. I'll fuck with you from a distance, bro. From a far distance. But I'm not getting up in your energy and all this bullshit, bro. I'm not getting nowhere near you. I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot fucking Ashira pole, bro. Not never. That's just it. It's like, is this your pride? No, it's my truth. This has nothing to do with pride. This has to do with what makes me happy. You irritate me. Like, looking at you, talking to you, listening to you, that doesn't make me happy. You don't make me happy. This whole situation is not making me happy. It was flirty and fun for 2.5 seconds in October. Bitch, we're in February almost. I'm done with this. You were fun in October. This was a fling, bro. This is over. Like, I'm trying to fling you on the wall like a booger, bro. Like, get the fuck off me, bro. And you think it's cute because you have some attention from God. That's just how you children are. You don't even care if it's negative attention. You just want someone to look at your bitch ass. Well, look at you. Your parents raised this. You're gonna be somebody's you're gonna be somebody's parent? Apparently not. Seriously, bro, I don't like you. I mean, that goes back to, it's like, fuck, I gotta quit fucking manifesting these motherfuckers, bro. Quit trying to bring in some shit that is no good for me. It's like, do I really want another man? Do I want to deal with man? God. Anyway, so that's what they told me. The Holy Spirit's all, if you don't want to deal with it, manifest something else. Alright. And that's it. That's like, I'm just going to work on that. Meaning, give me something to work on. Give me something to focus on, God. I'm not going to just put anything in my view. I mean, and that goes back to it, dude. As far as I am, I can always stand on the fact that I'm not some stupid fucking twin flame trying to fucking fall in love. Oh, God. If there was any growth, it's that. I'm proud of just that. The fact that I don't want a fucking dude anymore. That fucking desire. The fuck do I want to deal with your ass for? You got a whole lot of fucking problems you won't deal with on your own. You just want to dump them on me. It's the truth, bro. You're like, my problems aren't your problems. Your problems is your life. Your whole life reeks of the problems that you have. The very direction, how you put your clothes on in the morning, the shit you put in your mouth reeks of the problems of your life. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. And like, going back to this one, it's like the biggest word, you know, Kobe's standing there. There's no self-control. There's no self-discipline in this man. He'll do whatever makes his flesh feel good. How do you go from that, dude? Like, you're just whatever. You misinterpret the fucking, you know what I mean, the pursuit of following your heart. You're following your fucking tummy, bro. Literally, and that's why it's blowing up. No wonder you put the camera up so high on your shoulders so they can't see your fucking actual figure. Go figure. That's it. It's like you're hiding it. All that alcohol that you're shoving in there, all that sex, all that fucking, all of that, bro. You're just shoving it into your guts, and it shows in your itty-bitty panties. It's like, look at all his childhood wounds. Look at all his trauma. Look at all his insecurities. Look at all his testosterone just hanging over his fucking gut as he shoves a taco in his face. Gross. Are you eating tacos de cabeza? Are you eating brain tacos? Or tongue? I hate to be ugly, but that's just how I am, and I don't like this situation. It's ugly. I want you to go away. I don't give a shit about your singlehood. I don't give a shit about any of it. I don't give a shit about you, bro. If you disappeared off the internet, I'd be like, oh well. And somebody might care if you disappear, but I don't. I mean, get the fuck out of my view. I'll forget about you like I forgot about the rest of my life. You don't stand out. You stand down. So stand down. I'm just saying that. It's like, if you don't get the fuck away from me, you fucking non-believer. I'm not here to do this, dude. I'm not. I'm here to teach you people how to fucking heal yourself. If you don't want to heal yourself, then you are useless to me, and get the fuck away from me and my crowd. You are a useless fucking life form, a motherfucking parasite if you are watching my page and not applying this to your life. You are nothing more than a child watching God work, wondering what's going on. And with that being said, I hope, you know what I mean, I hope that was enough to push some of you off my page. I don't need stagnant energy on my page. I don't need people that are sitting here just, you know, making entertainment out of God's works. This isn't entertaining, it's life. The fuck are you doing with your life? Oh. And then I just saw him. I heard all about the lion's fucking fall last night. This guy is like, they haven't won in 57 years. The question is, why are you still supporting them for 58 years? Loyalty. If Marshall didn't leave in Detroit, he could support a fucking better team. But he only can support those around him. So he has to support losers, like 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. It's like you choose to have an affiliation. Good morning. You choose to have an affiliation or a loyalty to losing situations because you won't pull yourself out of a situation. It's that simple, bro. It's that simple. If he moved out of fucking Detroit and moved to another state, he could, by all means, root for another team. But instead, he wants to root for a losing team, hoping that one day they're gonna win. Sure. Keep, you know what I mean? Go ahead, root for Russ and his album. That's like rooting for fucking Lewis to get his 8-time world championship. Okay. It could happen. It could. Am I going to sit here and just, you know what I mean, watch you fucking be a loser until you become a winner? And that's it. It's like, you know, your loyalty to what? These people don't know you. You're loyal to a team because you live in the town. What does that have to do with anything? I mean, like, that sucked to have to be a Raider fan. Like, have to be one just because I live here. The Raiders suck. Why do I have to support some suckers that live in the same neighborhood as me? Truthfully, you know what I mean? It's like that. It's like, oh, there's no patriotism. To what? A losing team? A losing battle? You just want to stand behind somebody. I said, so everybody was all upset about it and shit. And I'm like, well, don't get your hopes up. You know what I mean? You sat there and got yourself devastated thinking they were better than they were with this imaginary idea that they're better than the other teams of the NFL. You had all the proof to show it, but you chose to blindly believe in something that wasn't real. Did you have any reason, I mean, other than your hopes, do you guys have any reason to believe that the Detroit Lions were going to make it to the playoffs or the fucking Super Bowl? No, you were blinded by your own fucking desires, bro. There's no fucking reason them bitch asses were gonna make it. Not at all. Not at all. But you want to believe it because it's your team. You want to believe you're gonna win just because. No. No. They can't become a winning team without a winning mentality. It has nothing to do with it. So that's what these people were telling me. They were Michigans, Michiganians, or whatever, however you guys call it. And they're like, they were talking about how, you know, you guys support your Pistons and your fucking, what do they call your fucking hockey team? I don't remember. Who cares? But it's like you don't have a choice. Yeah, you do. You're just choosing to be like everyone else and support everyone else, right? So then you got states like, we're surrounded by a bunch of them, right? We're surrounded by a bunch of them. So Wyoming doesn't have a team. That means they get to choose which team. They can choose which team they want to support because they don't have their own, right? Utah doesn't have its own team, right? Fucking New Mexico doesn't have a team. Oklahoma doesn't have a team, right? So they have to decide, you know, what teams are their teams. Who are they going to go for? You know what I mean? So most of the Oklahomans, and that's it. It's like they switch into territories. Well, I'm gonna represent this team and this and that. But ultimately, it has nothing to do with their location. It's just their choice of who they want to give their vote to. Now it goes back to politics. Just because you're a Republican means that you're a Trump. All Republicans are people like Trump. You have to support this man because you've been part of the Republican Party your whole life. There are a lot of you that are that ignorant. You just hit Republican on your fucking thing. You're like, I'm a Republican. In and out. Alright, so if I just start saying, oh, you're a Trump? That's what a Republican is a Trump. You're a Trump? You're a Trump? All Republicans are Trumps? All Republicans are corrupt officials like Trump? You're all like him? That's what you do when you become a, you know what I mean, a fan of a team. It's like, we all support this. We're all together on this. You're all together losing. You're all together getting your heart broken. You're all together being held down by, you know what I mean? Nothing. Meaning, how many of people got their hearts devastated about last night's game? You put too much emotional investment into somebody else's life and its effect on yours. Let me ask you this. What difference would it have made for your day today if they won yesterday? You would have had your hopes up for the next game? And the next game? Just hoping. Just hoping. But what does that benefit you? If they do go to the, whoever you are. If your team goes to the playoffs, what does this do for you? Pride. You get to walk around and tell everyone that your team won. They're not your team. You're using this as a way to boast, in front of other people. My team beat your team. It's not your team. You don't own the team. The people I support beat the people you support, is what that means. But it means nothing to you. It gives you no power, but yet you'll run around with your little fucking team t-shirt thinking that you had something to do with this. And you can stand all proud because your state is a championship winning team. The team is a championship winning team, not you, not your state, not your government, not you. All you did was watch the win or the lose and get upset about it or get excited about it. It had nothing to do with you. You put all of these emotions into something that had nothing to do with you. How pissed off were you, Marshall, that they didn't win? Did that ruin your season? Now you don't want nothing to do with football because your team isn't winning? Or are you going to take your vote and vote for someone else? You have no choice. If you're a fan of the fucking sport, you're going to support the sport, not a specific team, but the sport. And that's it too. It's like now you're going to have to choose another team. But what if that team loses? Is it the teams or your choice that you just attract to losing teams? That you're always fucking supporting a losing team? Do you ever notice, why do I always support losing motherfuckers? Because you're a loser. Like attracts like. You like the losers because you are one. In the essence, why do they lose? Because they don't have a winning mentality. Why do you support them? Because you don't have a winning mentality. You want a loser to win. Yes? Nobody wants the Chiefs to win again. They're tired of a winner winning. Right? You want somebody else to come and win. So you're going to create all this madness because you don't want to accept that they're good enough to win again. You want someone else to beat them. Who? Your team? No, I don't care as long as somebody beats them. Oh, are we talking about Trump? I don't care as long as somebody does it, as long as he's not president. You just want your way. It has nothing to do with the greater good of anything. You just want to push your way through this. Okay. Okay. So that's where I was at. A couple of things. Again, they're just conversations. I sit with the universe. We watch. I look at what's going on in the world, and we talk about it. What do you think? What do you see? And then sometimes I ask them, "What the fuck is this, God? What are they doing? Why are you doing this?" You know what I mean? I don't talk to you guys. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, I did tell, as soon as it was like the third person that got in my car all devastated about the Lions game. So then I freaking messaged Marshall. I was like, it must suck to root for a losing team. Maybe you should try picking up a different team. No, Detroit. That's a loser place, bro. Like, automatically, bro. That's like representing, you know what I mean? It is. This is all I know. This is my place. Okay, but look at it. You keep trying to put it up, but all you do is stand down with it. Stand down. Who goes to Detroit? You guys want us to, you know what I mean, favor Detroit, but there's nothing in favor of Detroit. It's all poverty. It's all devastation. It's all fucking, you know what I mean? It's all destruction. Like, you haven't done anything to build your city up. Nobody wants to go to a shit-ass city, bro. But yet you guys are all proud of your shit-ass city. The crime rate, the lack of fucking, you know what I mean? The drugs, the alcohol, the fucking lack of infrastructure. You don't even have clean water. You got, you know what I mean? You got all of these fucking violent crimes and shit. It's one of the most deadly places. Like, yeah, let's you know, be all about that life. Let's just tell everyone how great our hometown is. It's really funny because I haven't seen anything good come out of there. Nothing. When God took the distribution of cars out of there, then he took everything. What good comes from Detroit? In essence, what is coming out of Michigan? That, you know what I mean? In the sense of 52 states, what is Michigan contributing to the 52 states of the United States of America? I'm talking about the state. Now, what is this? What is the city of Detroit contributing to the state of Michigan, and the state of Michigan contributing to the United States? Meaning, what part do you play in this, assholes? That you're so proud of this shit-ass town? What comes out of there? A bunch of rappers that don't even leave, that literally stay there? A bunch of underground rappers that stay in the ground? Stay down. Stand down. Stand down. I know there's a bunch of you Detroiters. Bro, who cares? That just means that your parents couldn't find a better place for you to live. They couldn't, you know what I mean? They got into these shithole houses and couldn't get you a better house. And that goes back to Marshall. Marshall can't make anywhere home but that shit-ass state. He can't make anywhere. He's not adaptable. You guys are nothing more than products of your environment. And you're only useful in your own environment. You're only powerful in your own environment. You can't step into another environment. You have not evolved past your fucking, you know what I mean? What am I saying? Your ant farm. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no evolution to this. You guys are not going to evolve like most species. You stay in the dirt where you were born. Larva, that's what I see. Maggots, you know what I mean? You'll feed off of the dirt. You know what I mean? You'll shit in the dirt. You'll stay in the dirt. You stay there. Stand down. I could be wrong, but I don't pay attention to to anything. But can anybody tell me where any success has come out of Michigan in the last decade? Anything good that's contributed to, you know what I mean, the evolution of humanity? Is there anything good coming out of that, or just you guys trying to make it all good? Trying to, you know what I mean, trying to clean it up, trying to make it look better than it is? Does anybody have a desire to fucking go and spend a summer in Michigan? Or a winter? Spring break? Is there something out there that we would want to go out there as tourists? Is there something in the state of Michigan that we can advertise to the world that would make the world want to come here and spend their money and stay here? Survey says, and that's it. If you guys don't hold up that shit town, then that shit town doesn't exist. But as long as they hold you down and you hold down the Detroit area, then you're held down by the Detroit area. Bottom line. Bottom line. That goes back to, you know, the people that play for the Detroit Lions. Let's look at their resume. Does anybody want any of these Lions on our team? No. No. Let's pass. Hard pass. If they were any good, they would be recruited onto a better team. Bench warmers. That's to the rest of you and your winning or losing sports teams that you put all of this pride into, like you own them and like you represent them or they represent you. They represent the shit state that you live in that nobody else wants to go to. Am I talking about California, Florida, New York, Chicago, Michigan? Where? Nobody wants to be in your states. Why? Because of people like you and those that we see on the news. Your states are corrupt. They're full of shit. In essence, the only people that support them are the people that are stuck living there, that don't know how to get out of it. You know what I mean? That's it. You're so proud of your own toilet bowl. You're proud of your own toilet bowl. But you could take a dump in any other toilet bowl, and it's just the same piece of shit that you're doing in your toilet bowl. That's all you're doing is shitting on it. You ain't building it up or making it better. You're just trying to ride the bull to the Super Bowl is what I heard. No, and going back to the Chiefs, I told you that 2 years ago. Why are they winning? They have a divine feminine winning energy all over their team. The same reason the Broncos are going to win every time they come back home. I put that energy into that field, into those players, into everything. Anytime you step here, I got you. You're going to win. I can't send that energy everywhere you go, but I can put it here. And that's what it means. It's like, I can use my magic for some good shit. And that's it. They'll keep winning while they're here because the divine feminine energy has been placed in their ground. I sat in that ground and I prayed and I did all of that over the full moon. I blessed that whole fucking stadium and everyone in it. So everyone that comes to that stadium will be blessed. Or awoken, I guess you could say. And that's just really it. Why are the Chiefs winning? You don't know the divine feminine that's running with them? You mean Taylor Swift? Yeah. She's a whole winning energy. She is a whole messenger of the divine. Why do you think her music wins? Because she takes it from the divine and gives it to the world. She is a divine energy, a divine feminine energy. We inhabitate the divine, so where we go, the divine comes with us. Just how it works. You're like, she's like an eighth angel? No, she's just a divine being that's tapped in. That's it. That's like Michael Jackson. Anywhere he goes, it's a winning attitude. It's a winning. Kobe, winning. Pac, winning. You know what I mean? You're winning just being in our presence. That's it. We are the present to you because we are presently in the energy of the divine. Meaning, you know, all your negative masculine energy doesn't mean shit for the love and light that I carry through all this bullshit. So, you know, as mad as you guys are, it's like, it's the power of divine feminine energy. You guys are in this masculinity, and that does nothing. That does nothing for you. Masculinity is built on nothing but brute and pride. Your pride isn't going to get you to the Super Bowl, and neither is your brute. You can't force your way into greatness, bro. You have to develop the skills that it takes to become great. And that's it. You know what I mean? KC, how long did they take to develop those skills? You know, and that's, I'm seeing Lewis and Mercedes. It's like they weren't a winning team out of nowhere. It took years and years of becoming a winning team. And they will win again because they already have it in them. Right? So going back to Ferrari, is Ferrari a winning team? Is that a winning brand? Or is that a brand of pride? Meaning it doesn't matter if they win or not. You're still going to support them. Because it's proud. To have a Ferrari makes you proud. To wear a Ferrari shirt, to wear a Ferrari hat, to, you know what I mean? It's all about pride. It's funny because people driving around Mercedes all day, they don't seem to be, you know, all boastful and prideful. They like their cars, but it doesn't make them proud. It doesn't change their, you know, their statue. But yet, some of you believe so. It's like, if I put this on, then I'm one of them. What? A losing car brand that was cool? That's like saying, you know, I root for the fucking Dallas Cowboys. You mean a losing football team that was good decades ago? No, but they'll be good again. Yeah, in the turn of the season. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in 84 years when fucking Neptune circles back around or something. It's like there's a time and season. Everybody's chosen. It's your time to shine. But you just want to put everybody in the spotlight when they're all dark. Like, no, look at my friend. Look at my friend. What are we looking at? Stop trying to make them something they're not. I'm seeing Russ. Always trying to make this bitch, you know what I mean, important. She's not important to anybody but you. And just because she's important to you doesn't mean you're going to make her important to us. That's your bitch, bro. She don't care. We don't care about her. You care about her. You're trying to force, you know what I mean, force this onto us and try to make her bigger than she is. She's not. She's as big as you see her as, but she's nothing to the rest of us. Nothing. You know what I mean? That was him trying to push her onto, you know what I mean, trying to push her music and trying to push her into, you know what I mean, modeling and all this stuff. Bro, stop pushing that bitch on us. You're trying to push her into, you know, into the light to make yourself look better because you know you don't look so good with this, you know, useless bitch on your side. So now you're trying to make her useful. She wasn't shit, and that's the truth. It's like, now what? Now what, bro? She ain't even a TikTok. What is she? Nothing, bro, until you buy her an outfit. And then she can say she's an ambassador because you done bought her an outfit. She's not a musician. And that goes back to it, bro. You fucking totally... You went out and said you produced that last song that didn't even pop. It didn't do nothing, bro. Her affiliation to you did nothing. You cannot build her up. You could buy her bigger boobs and you can buy her clothes and you could throw her out there naked and make people lust over her. But lust is easy. You can't make people respect her. You can't make people like her. There's nothing to respect or like. You respect her and like her because of how she makes your ego feel. The rest of us, she makes our ego ill. Literally. And that's it. It's like, you know, don't be trying to put this person up to make yourself look like you're up. This person is down, holding you down, and you figure if you put them up, they'll take you up. Nah, bro, I told you from the beginning. She's pulling you down. She's pulling you down. Even being affiliated to you is not helping her career. You can't make her any better than she is. Why can't you see that, bro? And the truth is like, you had such a low standard that this was good enough for you. And that's where the compassion is. Well, you had to start somewhere. In your eyes, all you wanted was a bad bitch. Great. You got a bad bitch. Like bad. Like not a baddie. Like bad. Like a waste. You have a 25-year-old alcoholic girl that has no fucking future or career without you. How are you going to have a fucking future with this dude when she's constantly turning to you to build up her future? To build up her portfolio, to build her up. How are you going to build yourself up when you have to build this bitch up? You can't. Therefore, you're stagnant. You can't go forward because she's pulling you down. And you think if you pull her up, you'll both go up, but you're both going down. Nobody cares. You try to make these things important to make yourself important. And that's Kanye. He can keep putting naked pictures of her. It does nothing for him. It makes him look like a punk. All it does and it does nothing for her. We've seen every inch of your naked body. There's no point. You're not any prettier. You're not any sexier. You're nothing. It's just another version of Kanye trying to make himself look good through your nakedness. Am I talking about Russ now? That's like the really gross truth. It's like you're not helping. And they can't help you. Is how it ultimately goes down. So I just wanted to point out a couple of those things. It's like, maybe not do that this year. Maybe not invest in bullshit this year. Going back to TikTok. Why did you get on TikTok? Because you wanted to be seen. You wanted to make a name for yourself. With what, a bunch of little kids? As fast as you were, you know what I mean? As fast as you were popular is as fast as you're not. You know what I mean? Like, all that work means nothing. You have to start over today. Or you could just sit around waiting for them to open the doors. You could do that. That's really funny. Just hoping, just praying, just getting angry every day because TikTok won't open. Just getting mad because you can't get back your old life. I guess. I don't know. But there's lots to go off of. It's cold out here. I'm going to smoke and I'm going to get on the road. But I'll pull you guys a reading later. Ultimately, that's just it. It's like, when are you going to realize that God said no? That it's time to change. It's time to do something different. No, I'm just going to hold on to the old ways. I'm going to throw a fit. Okay, but that's not going to work. It's not going to work. You need to get to work. You need to figure out what it's going to take to change, you know what I mean, your direction. And that's really what it is. It's like, no, you're not important anymore. Are you going to get out here and try to make yourself important again? You were never important. All you TikTokers, you weren't important. All that time you spent means nothing. What do you have to show for it today? It's gone. All your likes, all your fucking followers, all your little videos, it's all gone. Where do you go from here? You're going to go do the same thing you did last year on a different platform, or are you going to try to do something different? You're going to live in the nostalgia of what you did have, or are you going to try to have something new? I don't know. And that goes back to stop staying loyal to bullshit. It's a choice. He makes a choice. Who's it going to affect if he starts rooting for another team? Nobody. Oh, what would people think? Who cares? Why do you care? Oh, I've been a Lions fan my whole life. Yeah, where has it got you? Disappointment. No, but I'm going to be disappointed for the rest of... Okay, bro. It's a personal choice. That's it. It's your guys' choice as to who to stand behind, even though that, you're just standing down. They're holding you down. You know what I mean? That's really, really, really the truth. Take it how it resonates. If the boot fits. Alright, with that being said, I gotta go. We'll catch some light cards and stuff after I take care of this stuff. I'm gonna need to go chisel down some of these rides. I'm gonna do some airport rides, go pay off some stuff, and then I'll take a break for lunch and we'll do some readings. 4444 is what I looked down and saw. Hey, make some changes. That's all I can say. Gotta make a change for once in your life. It is.